اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Peace and the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon all of you. Hope you are all doing very well. Hope you are all in the best of Iman. Hope you are all in the best of health. Ameen. And let us always at all times pray, make a dua for whom those that are not doing too well with their life, maybe those people that are struggling in many ways, and those people that are ill. Allah make it easy for them all. Ameen. Those that have left this world, I'm talking about the marhumin, friends, family, people that were with us once upon a time. Today they are no longer with us. Today we are walking on this earth of Allah. Today we are watching Iqra with Iqra. Today we will be calling in to Iqra with Iqra, reading some Quran and doing our daily things. But people were with us yesterday, last week, 6 months ago, and maybe doing also the same thing as we are doing. But they are now buried 6 foot in the ground. So for them, we need to pray that Allah grants them the best of the places in the hereafter. Jannatul Firdaus. Ameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevates the status much high in the hereafter. Ameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala converts their graves into a garden from the gardens of Jannah. Ameen. And these are du'as that we ought to be making every single day. Couple of minutes, take a couple of minutes out and start bringing this practice into your lives. After your 5 salah, raise your hands. Even if you do not raise your hands, just make this dua inside. Oh Allah, raising hands, it's part of the adab, the etiquettes. So let's follow the etiquettes as well and seek from the treasures of Allah. Ask from Allah. Pray for your parents. Pray for your siblings. Pray for your uncles and your aunties and your grandparents and your relatives. Pray for the ummah. 2014 flew by. Did not even realize, to be quite honest. 1st of January, it seems like it was a blink away. Today, we are towards the end, 3rd week in this very month. Next week, it's the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 25th and the 26th. People breaking up tomorrow for the winter holiday. When they go back to school, start of the new year. At 2015, wallahu alam, how fast it'll go. But we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare for the coming year. I have to prepare for the coming year. We all have to prepare. In terms of television, in terms of teaching you, I have to be prepared in advance. I've got to know what I'm doing next year. Because otherwise I would be foolish not to prepare. It would be wrong for me not to prepare for next year's Iqra with Iqra. Whatever I need to do, whatever ideas I have, I need to put it forward, and I need to make sure that it happens and it materializes. An intelligent person would do that. Similarly, for maut, for death, when we die, the Prophet ﷺ says, an intelligent person is that person who prepares for the akhirah, for the life to come after we leave this mortal and enter the eternal world. So we need to be prepared in many different ways. Okay? Now Surah Tun-Naba, last juz left. And Khatm al-Quran dua is going to be tomorrow. In the morning, it's going to be the same. In the evening, inshallah, you will call in, read the remaining surahs, and together we make dua. Because it's been a fabulous year. It's been a great year. We had the Q Factor, we had this year, we had Q Factor The Voice. Last year, we had the Q Factor 2012. We had the Q Factor 2011. We had the Q Factor competitions. Next year, inshallah, get ready for it again. So many things are coming your way, and it's all to do with what? It's all to do with the Quran. It's all to do with Kalamullah. It's all to do with this holy book of ours, in which we have the complete code of life. So let us at least be able to recite these words of Allah properly. There are so many children and teenagers still out there that do not know the rules of tajweed. What are you doing about it? Are you learning? Are you attending classes? What arrangements have you in place to learn Quran? If you look at when we want to do something, if we want to do something in life, if we want to achieve something in life, we have to go out of our way and make sure this is, this works out and it happens. If you want to learn how to drive a car, you have to make sure that you have lessons. And you prepare yourself for what? For the big day, and that's a test. And if our children, if they are weak in a particular subject at school, parents, your parents, mums and dads, they make sure that they have additional classes and for you, private classes, tuitions. Why? So that you can get better at that subject. Now, when it comes to the Quran, do you do the same thing? Because I know a lot of people that do not. They really and truly do not. They don't, as parents, your parents, mashallah, those that do watch Iqra with Iqra, those that do call in, and those people that are learning, even though they have not rang, Allah bless all of you. Allah give you so much reward, inshallah, and grant you more tawfiq. But I'm talking about that category of people that do not bother about the Quran, and they do not care about the Quran, or maybe not caring. I'd be going a bit too harsh, but they are not worried, or they do not think about the Quran. So what do we do about them? How do we get them involved? How do we talk to them? How do we approach them? What are you doing? Do you have friends, your age, teenagers as well? Get on board. Next year is an ideal time for all of you to start. So all of you that are watching Iqra with Iqra now, make sure you approach your mates, your friends, your chums, and you tell them. Tell them what? You tell them to watch Iqra with Iqra from next year. If not from now, if not the entire show, at least a segment. By watching that segment every day, punctually throughout the year, your Quran will change. Your viewing and recitation of the Quran will change. You will start enjoying reading Quran. You will start realizing what these signs are about, what these marks are about. Something that maybe you don't know now. And Iqra with Iqra is coming to you. You are not having to travel to Iqra with Iqra. The Quran is coming to you. You are not having to travel to the Quran. All you're having to do is sit before your set, put the television on, put the set on, 819 between 11 and 1 in the morning, 4 and 6. Now, Monday to Friday, live watch, simple. Have a pen and paper, have your Quran before you, or the Qaida, whatever I am teaching that day, and make notes and listen. That's how you learn. And that's how people have learned over the last more than 4 years. So it's a brilliant way to learn. And it's free of charge. You do not have to pay a penny. We're not asking you to subscribe. We're not asking you to pay a fee, an annual fee, to be able to watch it. No, it's a Quran show. It's an educational show. It's a show for you to watch and learn. Now, if you do not watch and learn, and you are depriving yourselves for whatever reason, then you are at fault. You are at fault. Even if it's a segment, you should be able to watch and ask Allah, oh Allah, make it easy for me. May I be able to read the Quran, inshallah, properly and understand the rules. The way we take other things in our lives really, really seriously, we ought to also take our Islamic studies very, very seriously. Do not part both. And balance them both out. The way we go to school and we study, we do our homeworks, etc. Same way, make time for the Quran, make time for Islamic studies. Balance. There needs to be a fine balance. Otherwise, if you're giving more time, or if you're in, well, not more time, I can't exactly make a fine line with time here, but it's importance. If you're giving more importance to one and not the other one, then you are being, you are not treating both the subjects fairly, and that is a sin in itself. That is a sin in itself. Both of these have to be treated fairly. You've got to balance the scale, and you must make sure both are given importance. And now, not to just give an importance, but you've got to demonstrate that importance. And how do you go about doing that? By giving time and learning. Giving time and learning. Allah give us all the tawfiq to be able to do that, and get ready for next year, inshallah, when Iqra with Iqra starts from the very beginning again. Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha. For all those people who cannot read the Quran, all those people who do not know how to read the Quran, they do not know how to read the Quranic Arabic text, next year is for you. And those people that do and have been watching, it is for you as well, because you will then be able to revise the work and go over the work. The more you go over, the more you repeat, the better the rule gets. You can go more deep and in understanding a particular rule. And that's what I want. That's what I want from each and every one of you, inshallah. Okay, now, Surah An-Naba, we only have a juz left. And we have completed Surah An-Naba, but we have today, we have the time now until 6 o'clock, and we have tomorrow as well. So we will read Surah An-Naba, inshallah, and finish tomorrow. And I'm really, really looking forward to it, because I feel really excited. I feel really excited. Why? Because another year's gone by, all the syllabus, it's come to an end, all the subjects have come to an end. And I feel that we've achieved something together. I really do feel that. Not only do I feel it, I believe it, and that's how it's been since the starting, since the very beginning of Iqra with Iqra, and it will inshallah continue like that. And it can only continue like that if you stay with Iqra with Iqra, if your du'as are with Iqra, if you get other people to watch Iqra with Iqra and benefit from the show. Why we are not doing this so that we personally benefit. You know, we benefit collectively. Yes, there's a personal gain. What's the personal gain? We all individually will get ajr. And it is for this reason why we do what we do. Allah give us the tawfiq and the understanding and the sincerity, and may we invest our time for Iqra with Iqra, inshallah, and take it really, really seriously. And make sure you, all of you at home, tell your mates and your friends and your relatives, wherever you go during the holidays, if you're going away during the winter break, wherever you go, tell them about Iqra with Iqra. It should be on your mind at all times. You should never ever forget Iqra with Iqra, because especially for those who have benefited from the show, definitely pass on the message, convey the good news, spread the good news, because if you do spread the good news, what happens? You get better at what you do. Let's see who's waiting to read. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Mujiba.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, not bad. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good day?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why? Why did you have a good day? Explain.
I'm excited for tomorrow.
Pardon?
Because I'm excited for tomorrow.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I'm excited for tomorrow as well. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. Really fun in the sense that we've come to the end of the Quran, and in the entire year, last year we made a khatam, this year we're making another khatam. It's just marvelous, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you feel good about it. The fact that, you guys have rang and to call in and to watch and to have that patience, it's not easy. I really, salute all our viewers for having so much patience. The lines are ever so busy, but the morning time, this time, you guys dial, call until you get through. Allah will reward you for that, inshallah. So Surah An-Naba, Mujiba, just read a few verses.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عما يتساءلون عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار معاشا.
Okay, lovely. Mujiba, let's stop there. That's 11 verses. And you read that very, very well, alhamdulillah. When you're reading these verses in the Quran, you at the same time, are the rules going and playing in your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it should be, yeah?
Yeah.
And you and your mother, Najiba, she's also improved so much, and it's great that you are practicing and watching. Allah reward you so much, bless you, and do try to call tomorrow as well, yeah?
Okay then, thank you.
Thank you.
Allah.
Allah Hafiz. That was Mujiba, mashallah, from Colindale, 12 years of age. And she really and truly, her and her mother, they have called literally every single day this year, and they've been great. They really have been so, so great. And you just to know when people call in and those people that are so serious, and every week there is a difference in people's reading, and what we need to penetrate in our minds and hearts is the importance of reading, importance of reciting correctly. Don't just think, well, I'm going to the mosque. Oh, I've got a teacher coming in. Oh, I'm going to, I get taught privately, etc. Therefore, my duty owed to the Quran is now fulfilled. I do not have to do anything else. No, it doesn't work like that. When it comes to the Quran, just like anything else, make sure you want to reach the perfection. It has to be perfect. It has to be solid. You cannot just say, look, I've read the Quran once and done. Some people, they have this mentality. It's an ajib mentality, but they have it. And what is this mentality? That, look, as long as my child finishes the Quran, reading it once, that's all I care about, and nothing else is important to me other than that. Now, whether that child is learning tajweed or not, that's not the issue. Maybe they don't even know the word tajweed. Maybe they've never heard of it. The only thing stuck in their minds is, my child should finish the Quran. Khalas. And if the child does not get sabaq a particular day, if they go to a mosque, Okay, 5 days. And if they don't get sabaq and they come home without sabaq, then that becomes an issue. Why did not my son get a sabaq? How is he going to finish the Quran? When is he going to complete the Quran? He's 10 years old. He should have finished it when he was 7, blah, 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 blah. And the complaints go on and on and on. But they don't realize. Parents, your parents, they don't realize a lot of times that the purpose is not to complete the Quran. The purpose is to be able to read the Quran with tajweed. And once that establishes, finishing the Quran is a piece of cake. It doesn't take long. But let's get the recitation. Let's understand the rules first. That's important. And sometimes a lot of Quran teachers, what happens is they start listening to the parents. Okay, we will make sure that we finish your child. But again, that is wrong on behalf of the Quran teacher as well. The Quran teacher should never ever say that. Rather, the Quran teacher should say that, look, this is the syllabus, this is the way I teach, this is how I'm going to teach, this is how many years, at least according to my teaching, that your child is going to take to complete the Quran. Before that, it's literally impossible because we teach in this way, in that way, blah, blah, blah. Explain it. Make the parents understand, because parents need to understand. A lot of parents, they don't know because, they did not study it and it's not their thing maybe. It's not their field, so they need to be educated. Don't just take Quran as a joke. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's move on to the next caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Abdullah.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How's Farnborough?
Fine.
Is that fine? Is that cold?
Yeah, it's a bit cold.
And how's Abdul Rahman?
He's fine.
Is it Abdul Rahman or Abdul Rahman?
Abdul Rahman.
So why do you say Abdul Rahman?
I don't know.
Every time I speak to him. But even you say Abdul Rahman. Why is that?
I don't know.
So Abdul Rahman, you've learned tajweed, man. Apply it.
K.
K. And why does everyone say just the letter K and not OK?
I don't know. Short word. It's short.
Huh? I mean, when people are messaging or even talk, okay, they don't even say okay anymore.
Yeah, I know.
So, but is it okay to say okay?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, is it okay to say K or is it okay to say okay? I mean, how does it work?
I don't know.
You don't know. Again, see, look, you're saying, I don't know. I don't know. But you're saying, I don't know. Hannah?
Yeah.
Abdullah, but that's what you just said. I don't know. Don't know, mate, I don't know. Anyway, listen, verse number 10, you ready?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's have it, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار ومعاشا وبنينا.
Okay, Abdullah, are you using a landline or a mobile?
A landline.
Okay, because every time you call, there's always some, like, I think there's a fault with your line because it always interrupts when you're trying to read. Do you get it? So therefore, I do not hear every letter.
Okay.
Okay, so let's give it another shot. Let's put it back on the screen. وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا from there.
Okay. وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا لباسا
Yeah.
وجعلنا النهار معاشا وبنينا فوقكم سبعا.
نعم. وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا.
وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا وجعلنا وهرجا وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا.
Okay, that's good, Abdullah. Let's stop. How, when you're reading these verses, are the rules playing in the background?
Yeah.
They are. That's good, and that's what. And I know they are because I can tell the way you're reading, and mashallah, you've learned the way you read. You've learned that from this show, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because your mother has said this so many times, and now you need to work on Abdurrahman.
Yeah, okay.
He's getting good, he's getting better. Your mother reads very, very well anyway, alhamdulillah. And you as a family, because of the dedication, alhamdulillah, look where you are in terms of reading. You're going to be with me next year?
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. You take care, have a good day. Well, there you go. That's Abdullah from Farnborough, Nazra's a son. Abdurrahman also calls. And they have been watching for a good number of years now. And again, a brilliant family, and they have learned, they have progressed so much. I mean, Abdullah, he started Alif Ba Ta Tha with me, literally Alif Ba Ta, and so many like him. And and now you just heard how he read the Quran. You heard how he read the Quran, mashallah. And he does know his stuff, because I test, when he does Iqra, he explains, mashallah, so well. And this is what Iqra with Iqra can do. But something has to come from you as well. And that is the wantingness to learn, the willingness to invest some time, to take it so seriously, at least watch a segment, if not more. Minimum requirement is a segment, if not more. Write down the rules, listen very carefully, and practice. Practice. Without practice, you will not get anywhere. That's it. And the time, when do you practice? I get this a lot as well. Oh, I don't have time because I've got too much schoolwork. I've got to go to college. I've got to make sure I hand my assignment in by, next week, Tuesday, 2 p.m. is the deadline. We will only complain like this if we do not manage our days and our times. Other times, people will say, well, look, I've got so much going on, school a whole day. After school, I've got another class. By the time I get home, it's 6 o'clock, and I'm so shattered that I can't be asked doing anything. I literally eat and I go to bed. But what I say is the time that I give to you guys is a time that does not clash with anything. Nothing. When you wake up in the morning until you go to bed, it will not clash with nothing. And that's your bedtime. You sit in your bed, or before you go to bed, the last thing, you've made ablution, you brushed your teeth, now it's time to go to bed. Sit down with your Quran for 10-15 minutes. That's it. Khalas. If you could do that every day, you've done my job. That's all you need to do. And your Quran will get so good just like that. Okay? Because you will use that time so properly that every second in those 15-20 minutes will not be wasted. Allah give us understanding and a tawfiq. Amin. Next call, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Ustadji.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Zara, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well indeed. Okay, now, is Zain going to read or just you?
Zayn's going to read as well.
Zain is going to read as well. But Zoya cannot read this, man. How is Zoya going to read, huh?
Zoya will read Wal Asr.
Wal Asr.
Ji.
Are you sure?
Ji.
Chalo, theek hai. Let's have it for Zara first then, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Where should I start?
Verse number 15. لنخرج
لنخرج به حبا ونباتا وجنات ألفافا إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا وسعرت الجبال فكانت سرابا إن جهنم كانت مرصادا للطاغين مآبا للطاغين مآبا لابسين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون
No, Zara, it's not la. It's لا يذوقون
فيها بردا ولا شرابا.
Tika, can you give it to Jane?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ustaji.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Zain, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am very well indeed. From verse 25, I want you to read from the top of the screen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآياتنا
كذابا. Can you give it to Joya?
Assalamu
Wa salam. Zoya, how are you doing?
Fine, how are you?
I'm very well. When you're ready, please, let's hear Surah Al-Asr.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
وتواصوا بالصبر. MashaAllah, Zoya, that is good. You're getting better every time you read that surah. You know, it's brilliant. Keep it up. The triple Z's from Hounslow will speak to you again tomorrow. So do call Khatm al-Quran tomorrow. Dua it's going to be. And if you do get through, inshallah, I will chat to you then. Everyone else, after the break, a call, please. And let's do some reading. And let's have a bit of chit-chat as well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان